Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I would like to talk about why our photos sometimes are not sharp enough. One of the factors is autofocus of your camera. So let's say I'm going to show you guys how I set my camera. I have continuous autofocus. So the continuous autofocus automatically finds the subject. The next setting for my photos is focus area. So I usually use flexible stop large, and as you can see on my camera, I don't know if it's sharp enough. I have a apple in my hand, right? So I'm gonna take a photo of it, and let's see. All right, so what it does is, so if I move the apple in a different place, so it automatically follows the focus on the apple. So let's say you have a dog, it's running around the house or it's running on the street. Your dog is very happy and you want to take the photo of your dog, right? So if you once manually focus with the flexible spot setting on your camera, it's hard to miss the focus. So focus settings are really, really important. You have to know exactly who you're focusing for. One of the important factors in taking sharp photos is aperture. I love using widest aperture. Okay, let me give you a little bit information about how aperture works. This is called sensor. So the sensor allows the amount of light through the lenses. So I'm gonna release the shutter button. If you see, the curtains are closing and opening, right? Aperture is like how much light is coming through the lenses to your sensor of your camera. If you have the lowest number for your aperture, it means that your aperture is wide. If you are taking photos in the widest aperture, sometimes you can easily miss the focus. The next important factor in taking very, very sharp images is your shutter speed. Shutter speed is the time for how long your camera is allowing the light. If your shutter speed number is higher, it allows less light through the lens, which means you can freeze the moving subject or object. So in this case, it helps you to get sharper images. If your shutter speed is lower, let's say 1/20, 1/25, you're gonna have motion blur. It's really, really important to set up your shutter speed while you're taking photos. Other important thing is ISO. ISO is the sensitivity of your camera to the light. Let's say you're taking a photo in a low light situation, right? Maybe it's inside the home with a good ambient lighting situation. Maybe it's nighttime photography. In that case, you have to use higher ISO. It can affect your photo to have more grain and more noise in the photo. So in this case, it's a really, really good idea if you have any other light sources like softbox or flash to get crispy photos. So if you're just using inside the home, just a lamp or like this, and you're not gonna have really, really nice photos. These are very, very important basics in taking sharp photos. The next factor which affects the sharpness of the photo is shaky hands. That's one of the reasons why I use my tripod all the time. Let's say your settings are really correct. You have correct exposure for the photo, you set the focus very correctly, you are already taking a good photo of your subject. Try not to shake hands if you're taking a photo without any tripod. Last important thing is the sensor, like I showed to you guys. So yeah, so let's say this is the sensor of your camera, right? If you have a dust, if you have any kind of dirt on your sensor of your camera, it's gonna affect the sharpness of your photos as well. So it's really important not to touch your lens or the sensor of your camera with your hands. Always keep your camera, lenses, and the sensor very, very clean. Take care of your camera. This is it for today. I hope you guys learned something. And if you have any questions, you can let me know in the comment section. And as always, I'm really happy to answer your questions. Otherwise, I'm gonna say bye to you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.